we get support from Quince.
Have you been wearing the Quince linen shirts?
Yeah, I've been wearing them a suspicious amount. Yeah, European linen ones, they're $34, which is genuinely insane for how nice they are.
It doesn't even make sense.
Well, here's the deal. They work directly with the factories, cut out all the middlemen, so you're paying for the actual quality and not some brand's marketing budget. Everything's 50 to 80% less than comparable stuff. I love it because it's all very classic and traditional, and I know I'm going to be able to keep it for a very long time, and the quality's off the charts.
That's true. The style is very consistent. Whatever you get there, you walk down the street, you're going to look good. They have these lightweight cotton sweaters, which I love for when it cools down at night. It's nice drape around your shoulders in the summer and then throw it on when it gets a little cool. And it's not just clothes. They do home stuff, ding, 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 travel stuff, everyday essentials. It's all the same model, quality without the markup.
Make your summer wardrobe easier. Go to quince.com/Dax for free shipping on your order and 365-day returns. Now available in Canada too. That's QUINCE.com/Dax for free shipping and 365-day returns. Quince.com/Dax. This episode is brought to you by SoFi, the all-in-one finance app where you can bank, borrow, and invest all in one place.
Let's talk bank accounts for a second. The average bank savings rate is 0.39% in interest. You're earning pennies on your savings, but it does not have to be that way.
With SoFi high-yield checking and savings, the money barely making moves sitting in your savings account can earn over 8 times the national average savings rate with eligible direct deposit.
No account or overdraft fees, which feels rare these days. You can get your paycheck up to 2 days early, perfect for getting ahead of a bill or grabbing what you need right when you need it.
Plus, get up to a $300 welcome bonus when you sign up with eligible direct deposit. Sign up for SoFi checking and savings at SoFi.com/armchair. SoFi checking and savings is offered through SoFi Bank N.A., member FDIC. Terms apply.
Confidence. It's listening to your gut. It's moving forward, even when the path ahead is unclear. For nearly 160 years, Pacific Life has helped people keep their promises, building confidence for generations. Whether you're confident in your financial future or just beginning to envision it, we're here to help. Ask a financial professional how. Pacific Life, the power of a promise. Pacific Life Insurance Company, Omaha, Nebraska, and in New York, Pacific Life and Annuity, Phoenix, Arizona.
I like it. Today is the greatest day I've ever known. Can't live for tomorrow. Tomorrow's much too long. He's an armchair. He's an armchair. Don't know much about history. Don't know much biology. Don't know much about a science book. Don't know much about the French I took. But I do know that I love you. And I know that if you love me too. What a wonderful world. What a wonderful world. What a wonderful world. Yeah, this. He's an armchair. All these bands are from Chicago, I swear to you, we Wikipedia'd it. Do you remember the 21st night of September? Love was changing the minds of pretenders, or changing their eyes away. Buddy, I say, don't you remember? Buddy, I dancing in September. Buddy, I never was a cloudy day. He's an armchair. He's an armchair. He's an armchair. He's an armchair. Everybody needs a little I'm away, I heard her say, from each other, even lovers need a little holiday. Far away from each other, hold me now. It's hard for me to say I'm sorry, yeah. I just want you to know. Hold me now, I really want to tell you I'm sorry, yeah. I believe I can fly, I believe I can touch the sky. I think about it every night and day, spread my wings and fly away. Go on, girl, go ahead, get down. 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 I ain't seeing she's a gold digger, but she ain't dealing with no broke. I ain't seeing she's a gold digger, but she ain't dealing with no broke. Come sail away, come sail away, come sail away with me. Come sail away, come sail away, come sail away with me. He's an armchair. That's about enough of this. Rising up, back on the street. Took my time, took my chances. Went the distance, now I'm back on my feet. Just a man in his will to survive. So many times it happens too fast. Yeah. You trade your passion for glory. Don't lose your grip on the dreams of the past. You must fight just to keep love alive. It's the eye of the tiger. It's the thrill of the fight. Rising up to the challenge of our rival. It's the last, no survivor. It's the thrill of the fight. And he's forging us. He's an armchair expert. 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 Expert.
Guys, my friend Bob Mervac, have you ever seen a more beautiful guy? Oh, well, oh my. Okay, I just gotta say, we've never ever done this show for so many people, so we're just so blown away. It's really mind-blowing that this many of you got babysitters, drove in your car, walked through shitty weather, were online like, load, motherfucker! It's quite overwhelming, and we're so grateful. We love Chicago. I wore Air Jordans. We watched Home Alone. Oh, my goodness, we're gonna get there. They lit this place on fire because Monica didn't come out quick enough. Listen, we all know Monica is the brains behind the operation, and she... But I do just want to give my love and my open acknowledgement of how we could not do this show without Wobby Wob. Wobby Wob, just come out. So much cuter than you'd expect, right? Yes, Wobby Wob. Thank you, Wob. Okay, so, yes, I got to my hotel room last night, and I opened up my carry-on luggage, which is very, very small. It's only this big, so it fits in the overhead. And by God, if there wasn't a fucking woodland creature inside there. She's like an Intel chip. She's very tiny, but very, very powerful. Please put your hands together for Monica Padman!
Whoa. You guys.
Someone fell. Hold on. Someone fell off the balcony.
Oh, boy.
What was it?
Oh, boy. Is it my professor?
Covington?
Me Coveys.
Oh, yeah. Well, can I tell this? Can I tell this secret?
Yes, you can. You can.
It's probably defamatory or something.
Illegal.
Although it sounds positive. We received an email just yesterday from an Armchair who, it turns out, had marital relations with Monica's dream professor. And the email is imploring Monica to get a hold of her so she can explain how fulfilling the experience was.
The fantasy lived up, she said.
She said, you were right. He delivered.
If he's here, it's not too late
Mr.
for
Covington? Okay, so we have a very, very exciting guest tonight. She is a feather in the cap of all Chicagoans. Chicagoans?
Sure.
She wrote Gone Girl. She wrote Sharp Objects. Many other things I have written down in my pocket. She's an incredibly fun and hyper-talented human being. Please welcome Gillian Flynn.
Hello, Chicago.
Gillian, first and foremost, it's probably hard enough to just to decide to be interviewed on this show because it gets really personal and whatnot. But then
I didn't know that part.
Yeah. And then yet you're brave enough to do it in front of 3,500 people. So I just want to publicly thank you because that's balls.
It's my adopted hometown. Please.
So, Gillian, you are not from here. Although you love it here and you reside here, you're from Kansas City, Missouri.
KC Mo. Missouri strong.
Missouri strong. Oh, by the way, Gillian solves a bit of an issue we've had on the podcast. I recommend that people call it Missouri.
Yeah.
And there was a lot of blowback, and people were angry about that. But you called it Missouri tonight, and I got visibly aroused. You probably couldn't see it through my overalls, but things were happening.
It was an awkward moment. It was different.
Yeah.
And we said she was allowed to say it because she's from there, and Dax is not allowed to say it because he's not allowed to say anything.
It's not the N-word. I don't know what you're actually saying here.
I mean,
I don't think you have to live there.
Slippery slope.
By the way, let's just acknowledge how artfully Bob dealt with the N-word. I was very nervous when he got...
I got so nervous.
Was anyone else nervous?
Oh.
I was like, I know what lyrics next.
Yep.
What's Bob going to do here?
He did the radio edit, and it was perfect.
Well played.
Yeah.
But you're from Missouri, and you had parents that were professionals, right? They're professors.
They were professional professors.
And Dad taught film.
Yeah, I was kind of a lucky kid because what I got to do was when he was working, go to his classroom where he showed movies. And when he wasn't working, he was usually too cheap to get a babysitter, so he would just take me along to wildly inappropriate films for like a 7-year-old. Like, it'd be like, hey, and he would make excuses for it about why I should see it. So it'd be like, well, Gilly, Alien
is an allegory.
It's an allegory. It has an important feminist approach, something called a heroine. Have you heard that before? And it's by an important director named Ridley Scott. And meanwhile, I'd be like,
yeah, you and I are roughly the same age, and my grandfather, who just was desperate for a buddy to go to the movies with him, took me at, I think, 6 to see Scarface. And if you haven't seen Scarface, spoiler alert, they cut someone up with a chainsaw in a bathroom. And at 6 years old, I was like, humans do this to other humans? I think it changed the trajectory of my life.
Right. Is this what grown-ups do? Is this what happens when we grow up?
Right. It was a crash course. He took me to Porky's.
Good Lord. That's how you learn about sex. Good.
That's right. There's a pivotal scene in Porky's where a young gentleman puts his penis through a hole in the bathroom, and then a large woman grabs it and puts her feet on and pulls as hard as she can.
Oh, wow.
And I just immediately was like, well, mine wouldn't go through that wall and then afford room for someone to put 2 hands on, so I got insecure.
Sure.
A lot of things were going through my mind.
Yeah, it's dark.
But he showed you some... That's very dark, yeah. I regret bringing it up.
We saw, I remember seeing Elephant Man when I was very young, and that was very, I just remember, I never saw the end of it. But again, so my dad was very like, well, David Lynch is very important, so I must stay till the end, so you can go cry in the lobby.
Yeah.
Just a very safe thing for, an 8-year-old to do. Like, just in the lobby, like, they took his toiletry kit. Why would they do that? He was a beautiful human being. So I still, to this day, have never seen the end of Elephant Man. Great Santini. I was also cried my eyes
they
out.
cured the Elephant Man. Oh, at the end of the movie,
okay?
he takes a pill and he's fine.
Oh.
You should have stuck around.
And the puppies and kittens come in.
Yes, it's very popular in his
big
town.
musical number.
Yes. And then Mom, she did reading comprehension. So rarely do you see the ingredients of the parents like so perfectly come together as it did in you.
Absolutely. I mean, I was very lucky because in my family, story was truly valued. I mean, it was not considered a frivolous thing. It was truly considered a valuable thing. And I tease about my dad, but my dad really never let me off the hook. We would go see these films together as a father-daughter date, and afterward he would say, what did you think about it? And it was never allowed to, just say, I liked it.
Yeah.
Was it good or bad? Why? So a very early age, I was already kind of thinking about what made things work and not work and why characters worked. And my mom was always putting a book in my hand, and I was always thinking about, a story as a way that we related to each other. Absolutely.
I do that with my 5-year-old, and I'm wondering if she hates me for it. But we'll be like reading a storybook, in addition to pointing out that it's weird that the prince kisses a corpse, Sleeping Beauty, which people were mad we pointed that out, but that's a side note. He kisses a stranger and the stranger's dead. But again, it's a very romantic story.
We reinvent, brother, like all the story tales get reinvented in my household.
The dwarves, I don't even know if we can say that anymore. The 7 little people, they decide...
Smaller of statured. Then they're keeping...
Were they role-playing with her corpse?
What were they doing with her for a long, long period of time? And then the prince falls in love with the dead, beautiful person.
That's right, and decides to lay one on her.
Yeah. and
she's dead.
Her.
I'm going to kiss her.
I would like her, yeah.
So we pointed out that was a little weird, and then the right threatened to burn down our house. But regardless, as they should. But I will say to her, like, do you notice now there's a problem? Like, do you notice the story was going along fine, and now there's a problem? Like, I'm trying to explain to her inciting incident, but, like, simply. And I worry that she'll come to resent me because of it, but maybe she'll be you. So I find you encouraging in that way. Now, you have an older brother.
We have a big age difference.
How much older?
He's 7 years older than I am.
Oh, okay.
So, yes. Yes, and we're extremely different humans. He can make
Well, he's a railroad machinist.
Yeah.
That's
So
very different.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So he can actually do things and make things work. And anytime there's anything in my books where I'm like, things have to work, or
someone has to make toast.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Anything. Yeah, exactly. Travis.
Hey, John, someone's got to open a door, a car door. You walk
Set
me
an
through
alarm
that?
clock. Help me.
Now, you were shy as a kid?
Oh God, I was cripplingly shy.
You were?
As a kid, yes. I mean, to the point where my mom would do exercises with me, like at McDonald's, like, oh, I don't have a straw. Well, go up and ask for a straw. I mean, I remember that being a big deal. Like, what? You know, like,
and as you walk towards
the Hitchcock shot.
It's getting further and further away, the register. Yeah. Ronald McDonald pops out. What do you need?
The Hamburglar. Don't even start me about the Hamburglar.
It's a fucking scary group of characters they created.
It's actually a horrific group of...
I can't imagine they research tested that.
And wasn't there like a duck with braids who came, who was a pilot or something?
Yeah, cancerous dove. Yeah. Oh. Some of the characters had grown up close to Chernobyl.
Cancer dove. They should have tested that one a little bit more.
Yeah. But you were painfully shy, and do you attribute that to just like who you were genetically?
I think I came out shy. I'm introverted by nature still, I would say. I'm a kind of a...
This is great then for you, yeah.
Yeah. I will retreat to my underground lair for weeks after this, thinking.
But can you probably can't remember back so specifically at that age, but did you have fear of people, or did you have fear of what your presenting self was, if that makes sense? Was it like an internal fear or an external fear?
It wasn't necessarily that I feared anyone was going to harm me or anything like that. It really was, it felt almost chemical to me. I was a very internalized kid, and it was very just hard for me to present myself. That's exactly a good way of putting it. It's hard for me to talk definitely in front of people I did not know.
So your refuge, as I understand it, was reading. Mm-hmm. Did you just loved reading?
I loved just being in that world and being in books, and for the most part I lived a life of almost not really an only child, but my brother was so much older that he was doing kind of his own thing, and I did spend a lot of time just kind of by myself, and in the world of books really saved me. I had characters like Meg Murray and Wrinkle in Time, and Tabitha Ruth Wexler in The Westing Game, which is thank you. There's always one. I always recommend that as the great undersung. Alice in Wonderland and these.
So you like kind of fantasy? What about like Judy Blume? No, not for you.
Oh,
you
yeah.
did.
Oh
okay.
God, yeah. Oh, absolutely.
Good. You weren't discerning.
Please, yeah. No, are you kidding me? Judy Blume is for everyone.
I guess what I'm getting at is you write such a specific type of book, and I'm curious if you liked similar books when you were younger.
I love scary books too. Absolutely, I loved mysteries. I got into Agatha Christie really early. I remembered a librarian finding me kind of wandering around trying to figure out what to do, and she said, "What kind of books do you like?" I like scary books, and she kind of walked me over to the mystery section in the grown-up part of the library. I remember that was the first time I was allowed over, and the grown-up part of the library. And being a completist, I started with the very first Agatha Christie and worked my way through that summer, all the way through, and read all
What
hers.
you just described, I can relate to in that video stores used to have a curtain, and the pornos were on one side. And if I thought my mom was really preoccupied reading a cover of I don't know, Firstborn or something, would pop in there for a second, all the men would be nothing makes them feel more exposed than an 8-year-old. What's happening in here? Why is there a curtain up?
Yeah, that's the same.
Yeah. Is that your experience?
Yeah.
Have you even been to a video store?
Yes, Blockbuster Video, duh.
Wow, what a difference. Blockbuster Video.
I think the last one just closed. They finally closed the very last one, right?
John Oliver tried to save it.
The one in Alaska did go down. We lost it.
I think he just covered. Yeah, I think John Oliver just covered the
fight
last
is
one
over.
went. Yeah.
It's passed.
R.I.P.
But apparently there's still one in Bend, Oregon, maybe, and one in Eugene. Yeah,
Yes.
Ben's in the house? All right. Rent some movies from there, okay? Because They need you. They
A
need
lot
you
is
real
riding
bad.
on you. Yeah.
I bet there's people who just rent stuff and they don't even have a DVD player. They're like, oh, let's
Just
just pick up a
do
few
it
movies.
for the cause. Yeah.
And what kind of movies did you like when you were in your teenage years? Did you like John Hughes movies?
Chicago.
I did indeed.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah. My husband grew up not far from one of the John Hughes movie houses.
Oh, really? Which
yes.
one?
He's in the audience. I think it was the Home Alone house.
Home Alone.
It's my
Yeah.
favorite.
Yeah, Monica's having a real hard time with the fact that Home Alone's not available on Netflix.
I know.
Just
isn't that
publicly
so
complain.
Stupid.
Hulu.
It's on Hulu.
What if she got up and ran out of here?
I gotta go. Bye.
Stood up and sprinted.
I actually said maybe it's on Hulu, and you said I don't think so.
Listen,
So,
you're really
knowingly.
throwing me under the bus tonight.
Sorry.
I have a surprise for you later that I'm even thinking about not giving you. But what? Yeah,
I want it.
you're getting real sassy. It's not. Usually you're in your red jumpsuit when you act like this, but. So you end up going to University of Kansas.
What? Yeah.
You know what's great about this many people is inevitably
Someone's
someone
gonna
will.
cheer.
Yeah.
Yeah, like my first car was a Ford Vega. Vega!
Pinto in the house.
Yeah. I got salmonella poisoning in Bucharest. Me too! The sky's the limit here. So obviously we have a lot of graduates from University of Kansas. Yeah. I mean, really, a considerable amount. Is that the theme?
K-U.
Your school's song sounds like a seance.
That's what I was about to say. I was about to say that.
I saw like a spirit,
Ghosts
an
are gonna
apparition.
appear. Ugh.
What are the words?
That's kind of it. Rock, okay.
But you majored in English and journalism there.
I did.
And did you come out of your shell in college at all?
A little bit. I feel like, as I got older, each step of the way, a little bit more.
You had boyfriends and stuff?
I had boyfriends in a sorority.
Oh, you were in a sorority?
I was in a sorority.
That's kind of counterintuitive for a shy person.
I know, it was.
Yeah. You had to rush. Do you rush a
I
sorority?
had to rush. Yeah, I tricked them all into thinking I was normal. Fools.
And did they do
Little
so?
did they
You wouldn't know
know.
this about Monica, but Monica was a state championship cheerleader. There's probably 20 or 30 of them in here. And they wanted to haze her. And she would not do it.
No.
She said no to peer pressure.
I will not succumb to peer pressure. Ever. Sometimes to a fault, let's be
She
honest.
since realized that it was probably fun what they were trying to
I'm
ask
just
her to do.
missing out on fun stuff. But
She finally hit that age where she was like, she was something she was really proud of, and then she was like, I wonder if they were doing something fun in that room. Yeah. But you went to a hazing process. What did they make you do? Sing that song a lot?
No, by then it was it was so anti-hazing. It was
Because
very.
people had passed.
I think we dressed as a baby one time or something. As to be a
Okay.
freshman, it was the early '90s. So
Sure,
yeah, there
sure.
was a lot of giant tanks of booze full of booze.
Yes.
More booze.
So you have boyfriends there and everything, and you're getting a little more social.
I was getting more social, yeah, but it was. I would say looking back, I probably would have done better at a little liberal arts school. I mean, that was a massive school, and I was constantly trying to find my place. I did really well finding my place in the little creative writing program that I was in there.
Right.
And I kind of found my group there more so.
Yeah. And you had the aim at that time, or did you have it this early that you wanted to be a police reporter?
What I knew then was I wanted to write for a living, but being from a very pragmatic background, I would never have declared that I wanted to be a novelist, which was kind of in the back of my head, but
Yeah.
I would never have dreamed of saying that out loud because it would have been
Sounds arrogant.
yeah, it would have been wow, those britches are looking a little small on you, girl.
Yeah.
So it was kind of the idea was I'll get an English degree and learn about book writing. And I'll get the journalism degree because that's useful, because back then there were these things called magazines and newspapers.
And they were at Blockbusters.
Exactly.
Handed them out.
And that was the theory, is I could somehow write for a living. And it was a little counterintuitive because I was not particularly keeping up with the news at that point. I was not necessarily on top of current events, but so it was truly kind of a means to an end of how do I get to this? And also in the mix was, do I become a lawyer? Because I was watching LA Law, and they looked great in those like little mini skirt business
very
suits.
hot group of attorneys.
I was definitely all over the place. It was
sexy
sort of like,
legal beagles.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And after graduation, I moved to California.
And then you started working for a trade magazine for professionals in human resources.
It's speaking of sexy.
That's a perfect pairing with that theme song from your university. I mean, that's a snooze fest, right?
Yeah.
What do people who aren't into human resources read about? Like some dude not flushing the toilet?
Yes. Family Medical Leave Act, very hot.
And while you're doing, were you a people pleaser? Did you want your parents to be proud of you? Did you feel like you needed to do the right thing?
Oh, yeah. I was definitely very
So I'm going to hit you with an overarching theory I have about your whole creative life. But I'm just planting little tiny seeds right now.
Yeah, okay. I need an overarching
We're going to have a fucking breakthrough tonight.
I'm open.
Yeah.
I'm open for business on that. So
I'm going to carry you out of here in a heap.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. I hope that sounds fun.
Like, am I a crying heap or a devastated heap, or
all things,
just
all emotions at once?
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, I stand warned.
So you're doing that job, and are you thinking, I can't do this. I can't do this, or were you let go? Because that hadn't occurred to me in just this moment. I assumed you got to a point where this blows. What am I doing? But you could have got canned.
No, I am. That comes later.
Okay.
That comes later.
Because people do get fired.
People do get fired. No, I was a rising star at Personnel Journal. I am a very contented person, and so I was sort of like, I got my first job. I'm writing for a living.
You're checking off the things you're supposed to do.
Checking. Yeah, exactly. I lived near a Planet Hollywood, which was cool.
Yeah.
I mean, this is really.
Did you ever see Sly Stallone there?
Assuming I might.
Sure.
That's how naive I was. I was taking a screenwriting class, and I was also someone who was very unprone to asking anyone how to do things. I was not good at finding a mentor, asking how to do things. So I still wanted to write somehow creatively for a living.
So let's really
but I
quickly
didn't know how to do that.
Let's just look at that for 1 second, because I too am that way to a fault. I could be so good at so many things. I've been playing the guitar for 15 years, and I'm about as good as like an 8-year-old on week 2 of because I just am figuring it out. I can't humble myself enough to accept guidance from somebody. For me to admit I don't know how to do something would be such a failing.
Yeah.
And I think my mom really was so supportive and loving to me, but also kind of, thought I was like the second coming at times. And I did not want to shatter that illusion. And surely the second coming can just learn to play guitar. But there's I don't want to be seen as bad at anything, maybe. So I'd be admitting I'm bad at something to allow someone to instruct me. I don't know. It's just a terrible quality of mine.
I don't think you're giving yourself enough credit, because when you really needed help with something, you did get help.
Oh, with the drugs and alcohol. Thanks for bringing that up. Yeah. Yeah. Addendum, when it's life or death, I'll ask for help. But literally has to be life or death. I've often said if I was drowning and someone pulled up with a life preserver, I'm like, I'll look so weak accepting this thing.
I'll swim alongside it.
Yeah, I'm actually good. Thank you.
Stay tuned for more live show after this exciting commercial break.
Yeah, so do you think your like kind of unwillingness to seek out a mentor or ask for guidance is rooted in some kind of like, you have an exterior presenting image, which is I've got this figured out and...
Yes, I hate to ask for help. I absolutely, in anything, in any sort of like, I am the queen of I got this, I got this, I got this, I got this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. We don't always have it.
No. And that's what I'm learning now that I'm 47. Mm-hmm. And it took me a long and humbling experience. Like, people want to help you, and
yes,
people,
it feels
and that's
great to
and
help
that's how
people.
you get friends, and friendships are established, and your friends want to help you, and there are people, in any profession, and that's how you get mentors, and that's how, and people who are older than you and better at you than things. That's what they're there for. Is they like to help people.
Yeah, and I'll go beyond
like,
that. What people are most attracted to in other people is vulnerability. It's not their accomplishments and how awesome they are.
Right.
Yeah, that's not actually the thing you like about somebody.
Right.
It's a really terrible construction.
I think for me, some of it comes from my shyness and my shell.
Yes. So how did you leave the safe path and decide to go to Northwestern? I expect this place to turn upside down when we say Northwestern.
I know. I'm surprised there wasn't. There we go. Yeah.
I liked journalism, and I realized I liked doing that for a living, and I started thinking that, that had to be the next step, whether it was doing what I thought was going to be crime coverage or that sort of thing, or some sort of next step that I need a master's degree, or I need something else.
Right.
And I wanted that extra education. Yeah, so I applied to Northwestern.
It's weird. I don't like kind of fetishize schools too often. Like I could care less about Harvard and stuff. I kind of have a thing for Northwestern.
Northwestern's pretty cool.
Yeah, it's kind of got this weird, great balance, right, of being very esteemed and academic, yet kind of cool and chill, right? And artistic.
Not overly. Yeah, it's got the cool. It does have that like very cool artistic vein to it.
It's kind of
creative vein.
It's kind of synonymous with the vibe of Chicago in general, and I'm not playing to the audience, but it does. That's kind of like, it's a good emblem of Chicago.
That's where I really found my group of good pals. Like one of my best friends to this day introduced me to my husband, who I met there.
By the way, I met her husband backstage for the first time, a bona fide 10, almost as good looking as Charlie Curtis. I mean, this guy he's a slacks,
He's not a piece of meat. Have some respect. He is a dreamboat, isn't he?
Oh my God, he's like, he takes your breath away a little bit.
Now I'm gonna have to tamp him down back at home. No.
Yeah. I've really got him feeling himself. I saw him sit up a little bit when I started hitting him. I mean, the jawline's off the charts.
The jawline,
You could hit it with a baseball bat. That bat would shatter.
Between the two of us, we got some serious jawlines happening.
Your kids probably were just pulled right up by the mandible. Your kids look like Jay Leno? Do they resemble Jay Leno? That Leno-esque
we can
jaw.
only hope. Fingers crossed.
Every mother's dream. Their daughter looks like Jay Leno. So you found your tribe at Northwestern.
Yeah, I really did. I really did. And I'm still so tight with that group. Like I just became a minister online yesterday because I'm going to go marry one of my best friends. I'm the Reverend Gillian Flynn.
Oh, you did an online thing?
Online,
Yeah. What is it, $5-10 to become a reverend?
I even have a kids. Yeah, I paid extra for kids.
Oh, great.
So much pressure as a writer.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
They're going to be expecting a lot.
They're expecting a lot.
I know. Oh, believe me.
They're going to expect like a big
me.
plot twist at the end of the...
Exactly. Exactly.
I'm going to write part of it is a diary form. Here's the thing.
Yes.
Like an Amy situation.
Yeah.
And midway through, I'm going to be like, I'm not really marrying you after all. Ha!
You
Suckers.
really should
I'm
do
gonna run
something
out.
like
Yeah.
that.
that'd be fun,
Right?
Yes.
I think they love that.
Yes. I find that most people getting married want the officiator to make themselves the star of the thing.
I find that. Yeah.
To steal thunder.
Yeah, their day.
And to make a mockery of it, sort of,
Yes.
right? Yeah.
So when you get out of Northwestern, you do find employment as a police reporter.
During it, just as a stringer, it's like a kind of working program, kind of like an intern. So I did it very poorly. I did like some action stuff, and I just realized to be a good crime reporter, and I really thought that's what I was going to do because I knew I wanted to be a writer, and I was always interested in the dark side of human nature and why I was interested in true crime and why that bad things happen, basically.
Yeah.
But to be a very good true crime reporter, and I have a huge respect for people who do it well, but you have to have a huge dose of humanity equaled with serious steel. And I did not have that steel.
Because you have to be so assertive in asking people horrific questions, basically, right?
Yeah, and to be able to do it regularly and to be able to do it right. And I just knew very quickly that was not going to be me. And so I got a job at Entertainment Weekly.
Right. And did you feel like you had failed that you had to make that jog to the right, or no?
I didn't. I actually felt really lucky that I figured it out. I felt kind of like I missed a bullet because I saw people in action who were unhappy with the paths that they had chosen, and I didn't want to be that person.
And it's a pretty dark world to inhabit daily, I would imagine.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, basing on what I've seen on The Wire, it seemed like those guys had dark, the reporters.
Exactly.
I think that's probably accurate.
There you go. That's all you need to know.
So you start working at Entertainment Weekly, and now you start reviewing television primarily, right?
So for a long time, I was just covering films. So I was, doing a lot of set visits. That was back when magazines had money. So I was, in my 20s and going to New Zealand for Lord of the Rings and, Jackass the movie and all these kind of like great fun things. And I had a blast.
Well, now here's the point where I want you to forget Brett's here, her husband. Because I've been interviewed a lot. And I think I have always had this fantasy that the female journalists and I are going to fall in love during the interview. Like, there's something about it that just seems kind of enticing. I don't know why, but I've kind of had this, and I guess I'm curious, did you ever have some fire with any of these people you were interviewing?
No.
Who didn't you have fire with?
Yeah.
I actually, this is true. I did not. First of all, I was such a Puritan. I was such a I went to journalism school and church and state and it's just sacred. And so for me, I was always like, I am a professional. I would never do such a thing.
Yes.
So, you always...
And looking back, do you feel like Monica, that maybe you should have succumbed to the peer pressure?
Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
I mean, if you and Johnny Knoxville had, taken a long lunch on the set of Jackass.
Why?
Now you're married and happy with kids.
Could have looked back, had a good story.
Yes.
I wish I had been a little
friskier.
Yes. Exactly.
So did you ever put your foot in your mouth horrendously while interviewing one of these people?
I was not a smooth interviewer. In fact, I remember being happy that I was a good writer because I could make up for it for my shitty interviewing techniques.
I got you.
I was very bad at asking any question. Like if anyone had just had a breakup and or if anyone had just had something
DUI.
Bad on the set or whatever, I'd be like, going into that, just him and ha, and so my editor wanted me to ask you this question. I'm gonna ask you this. Oh, sorry. I was not a smooth, cool interviewer. So my friends and I always say that that was back in the day of the little mini cartridge too, the mini cassette thing.
Mini cassette. Yeah.
That we should all do a strange sort of awful performance art piece where we get together and just play the best of worst of interviewers, where it's just us going blah.
Well, I was not an interviewer, but I can tell you this quick story. Kristen and I did this movie, When in Rome. But Danny DeVito was in this movie. Yes, and I love Danny DeVito. He's a wonderful person. And we were on set doing that movie, and we got to work one morning, and I say to DeVito, I go, hey, DeVito, what'd you do last night? And he goes, I went back to my hotel room, and I ordered room service, and I watched Death to Smoochie. And I go, that's nuts. We did the exact same thing. Went to our hotel room, got some room service, and we watched Death to Smoochie. And he goes, what did you think of the film? And I go, it's fucking terrible. I don't know how this thing is a cult classic. I couldn't stand it. And as I'm saying that, I'm watching some people that are with us starting to look down and then walk away. And I go, oh, I just shit the bed. He wasn't in it. I go, ooh, but he is a producer. I go, did you produce that movie? And he goes, no, I directed it.
Yeah, that's bad. That's really bad.
And then I think,
boy.
oh shit, I got to dig myself out of this. I go, you know what? It wasn't the movie that I didn't like. And now I'm just improvising. I don't even know what to say. I go, you know what? I think it's that I didn't love seeing Edward Norton try to be a comedian. And he goes, he's one of my closest friends. Now everyone's gone. Kristen left. It's just me and him.
I'm surprised she didn't leave you.
Yes. Well, this is about one of 150 times I put my foot in my mouth with her.
Yeah.
It's amazing she's with me. And then I'm just staring at him and I go, well, if it makes you feel better, you'll probably forget about this in a couple weeks and I'll be thinking about this for the rest of my life. Which I am. I'm still thinking about it. But I will say this. Part of me feels like that was a trap. That was a trap. Like, I watched my own movie. What'd you think of the film?
What'd you think of it? Yeah.
That'd be like if I met someone, I was like, hey, did you see that movie Couples Retreat? Yeah. Do you want to fuck that blonde? That's my wife! Oh, boy. Sorry, I just wanted you to know what you could have done in that job, is what I've done.
Feel free to leave. Yeah.
Now, did you ever, we kind of talked about it, but when I found out that you had written for Entertainment Weekly for 10 years,
yeah.
98 to 2008,
Yeah.
I thought, oh, I bet she reviewed something I was in and eviscerated me. And then I went searching and I was unable to find it. That would have been good fun.
That would have been good.
But you probably have, right?
I probably
Do you remember?
thought something, yeah.
Didn't act on it. You were a big Veronica Mars fan,
Yeah.
right?
Big.
What I realized as I read a bunch of your reviews, we have almost the same taste, I think, because you love The Wire.
Love The Wire.
You were ready to burn this fucker to the ground because Friday Night Lights never got nominated, right?
Yes.
Speaking of which,
then
your
you-
husband is on par with Riggins.
If Reagan's got his shit together.
Yes. If Riggins was like a lawyer.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hot and smart. He said I was talking to him when you were doing something, and he said he pieced together that perhaps you named your daughter after it. That you said, what was your sentence?
When I met Kristen, I told her we have a daughter named Veronica, and I was like, I didn't necessarily name her after Veronica Mars, but I didn't necessarily not name her after. Because yeah, I love that show.
Yes, it's so good. I think I've said on here once before, but when we first started dating, I had never seen the show.
Okay.
And then I was like, oh my God, I got to get through this show about a teenage gumshoe.
Watch this.
A high school sleuth. I was so...
The line doesn't sound great. Yeah, you hear it and you're like, yeah. I remember
horrendous.
being like, yeah, as a critic at the time and being like, oh boy.
Yeah.
It's like, I'll throw this on while I have my tuna sandwich at lunch.
Yes.
Like, yeah.
So I started watching the show, right? And like by the third episode, she came into the bedroom when I was watching it. And she was like, hey, do you want to order food? I was like, shut the fuck up. Watching my favorite show. I couldn't believe how good it was.
It's so good.
Yeah. But then also, you also were a champion of Tim and Eric.
Love Tim
Right?
and Eric.
I mean, that's the funniest show that's ever been on. Your quote about them was so good. It was comedy equivalent of swallowing a hair. It's pretty brilliant. That's exactly how you
It
feel.
kinda-
You're like,
yeah,
I
you're
want
sort
to
of-
throw up, and this is the funniest
like,
thing I've ever seen.
I feel funny.
Yeah. How did
Yeah.
you feel about Parenthood?
I fucking love Parenthood.
You did, but you kind of you. I'm gonna say quit. You can correct me, but you quit right around the time Parenthood started kind of
I
getting
did. Oh, I was
going.
about to
Right?
say, I was like, I didn't review Parenthood because, yeah.
Yeah.
I was laid off, not quit, but
Right.
Hence we get to that.
I would have said you threw your name tag on someone's desk.
I was given the boot.
Well, they downsized, right?
They downsized me, yes.
You weren't given the boot, per se.
I was downsized. But, no, I love, and yeah, it was like, speaking of Friday Night Lights.
Well, same creator, showrunner.
Exactly. Same beautiful humanity, same, like, humor. I loved Parenthood. My husband and I were the beautiful husband. Here he comes again.
And yet you didn't name your son Crosby.
Like, we should have. That is an error on our part. I was telling him because he hasn't seen it. We were talking tonight while we were driving down here. I was like, if you'd like to watch it from the beginning, I shall watch it with you. We can start tonight.
It sounds like you're going to murder him while you watch it. I'd be a little nervous if I was him. But in your last 2 years at Entertainment Weekly, you start writing, and you write Sharp Objects. Is that accurate?
I wrote both Sharp Objects and Dark Places while I was at EW, and I got laid off just before Dark Places came out, which shows you the state of buy books, people. It shows you the state that I had to keep my day job while I was writing those. But I was at EW by day and writing these incredibly dark, fucked up
in a basement,
novels
right?
at night. Yeah.
And you've said, and I think this is really great advice for people who are aspiring writers or writers to hear, which is what you learned in journalism carried over to writing novels, which is there's no fucking muse. No one's going to knock at your window and beckon you.
Yeah.
And the story's not going to fall out of you, right? You just got to sit down and work.
Yeah.
So, what was your process that you carried over from journalism?
Yeah, I mean, it's you just have to write, and you have to carve out that time to write, even if it's a page a day. I mean, if you think about it, and that's what I always tell aspiring writers, stop buying the books about writing. I say this from a place of love, as someone who's spent years buying books about writing and preparing to write, and trying to find the right place to write and the right time to write and everything. Don't do that. Just even if you write a page a day, at the end of a year, you will have a novel. Or at least it's not going to be a good novel. It's going to be a shitty novel.
That's my advice to everyone.
It's going to be a crappy first draft of a novel. But, it's like, to me, it's like, get the crappy first draft out, because all first drafts suck. I mean,
and in general, most of your first things you write are terrible.
They should be.
You only learn how to write through painting yourself into a corner a million times and trying to fix it, and then next time go, ooh, I learned not to make that mistake, right?
Yeah, and you rewrite. I mean, my favorite part's rewriting. I rewrite my stuff. I mean, I write 12 versions of every novel that I write.
You're still working on a draft of Gone Girl, I heard.
Yeah. I mean, I have 4 versions of Gone Girl. I mean, that go in different directions, where it's just like, I don't quite like. I mean, and that's just how I write. Yeah. I just don't write by. I'm not an outliner. I just learned that I'm not. I just veer, and for me, that's where the fun of it is. I just wouldn't like. I learned I don't like to. I don't like
write
to write
towards a goal.
I don't like to write exactly and stick to it, because to me the fun of it and the magic of it is when the characters, and it sounds very authory, but it's when the characters start kind of taking over, and when you start thinking, oh, well, what if I do this? And you start, all of a sudden you're going down a completely different path. And for me, it just wouldn't be fun to write a novel any other way.
So do you know how they end, though, while you're writing?
No, never.
You don't know how they end?
No, never.
You are so brave.
No, I'm foolhardy.
Yeah. And so a trick I do for myself is I grant myself permission to write something terrible.
Yes. Often I find that's what writer's block is, at least for me. It's like, why am I having writer's block? It's because you're scared, and you're trying to write around what you know you need to write. And you're trying to write every other way except for writing what you know, because you're scared to write that thing, because you're scared to write that
and you
crappiness.
need it to be perfect and all these things.
Yeah.
And there's a theme kind of in your books, or at least a couple of things that I seen come up. One that's in Gone Girl is the fact that Ben Affleck's character, Nick. So Nick at the press conference becomes very self-conscious, because we've all seen how these are supposed to go. So you end up starting to play a role. And this is a big pet peeve of mine. I watch every episode of Dateline, and they always talk to the cops. And the cops always say, well, he didn't act like someone who just found his wife dead. As if there's a predictable way someone's going to act.
Exactly.
When they find their, as if that's such a common occurrence, we should know what to expect.
Yeah.
And there's this, there seems to be a theme of, what's expected or or people might, imprison you or alter your life or change the course of your life because you're not doing it the way other people are doing it or are supposed to do it. And is that something like for you that's a personal kind of fear or I always think if I find Kristen dead and they get there, I most certainly won't be doing the thing I'm supposed to be doing. I'm positive of it. Like, I already have the speech plan, which is like, I know, you think I did it. 90% of the times I would have done it. Let's just go through all the things. Let's do the lie detector test. Let's do, because I'm not going to give you the thing you want. So let's just go. Let's get on it.
Yes. Yeah, and since I already know that I'm not going to be acting the way I'm supposed to, then I'm doubly not going to be acting the way I'm supposed to, and now I'm really fucked. Now I'm really going to go, I'm fascinated with that idea of what we put on ourselves about how we are supposed to act in particular different situations. And, the grieving parent or the grieving spouse or the different, the concerned, whatever, and what that does to us and what that does to people who don't play those roles.
I also think they're all informed by television.
They're all informed by television, exactly.
That cop saw Meryl Streep react to a death. And that's what he thinks the husband should be doing.
Right, exactly.
Well, he didn't tear his blouse.
And
he should have torn his blouse. His eyeliner should have been running.
Right. And what is that starting to do to us societally when now it's generation upon generation of those roles? We're becoming this giant echo chamber of us playing literally 30 years of how do I do this thing that is done? And all we're doing is playing 30 years of how it's done, whatever it is, whether it's a parent talking to a kid who's gotten a bad grade card. I mean, I catch myself doing it.
I even think I've seen documentaries where they say the mafia started acting like Godfather.
Right.
Like John Gotti's doing an imperation of Marlon Brando in real life.
Right.
Which is so bonkers.
Yeah. Well, and they talked about that with The Wire too. That certain quotes were picked up from The Wire.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I mean, it's definitely. And as someone who, going back to what, as a shy kid, I felt like I spent a lot of time studying other people for how things are done. What should I say? Just because I've always felt so incredibly awkward and so not comfortable in my own skin that I was constantly like, oh, this is how kids say this thing. This is what, I still have my diary from like 5th grade and I would write down like, it'd be like, my teacher is spaced out. And I would deliberately have it in quotes so that I would remember that that's what you're supposed to say, or, and that kind of thing. So I would, keep these notes of like, this is what kids say.
Yeah.
Kids, not me.
Right.
But the kids.
Well, I was wondering if it did come from that background of like observing that everyone else seems to be knowing how to play this role perfectly, yet I have no connection to that role.
Yeah, which is not, I'm sure, a lot of kids absolutely feel that way, but I felt that tremendously. And, you feel that way like, am I going to be caught playing that?
Stay tuned for more live show after this exciting commercial break.
So Gone Girl comes out and that's a huge hit, obviously, right? Sells 2 million copies in the first year or something.
It was out of nowhere. Yeah, it was really crazy.
Were you able to experience it, to be present for it, to recognize what was happening? Did it feel surreal? Did you feel like, oh, of course this happened? Or did you feel like, how did this happen? Or what was your
It was, it's kind of like being strapped to a rocket because it was my publisher. It wasn't like we had this kind of advanced warning of pre-orders or this is going to be huge. It really did kind of
came out of nowhere.
Like helping to build a base of readers, but it sort of just went kablooey. And our son was not even 2, and all of a sudden it was like this book tour the never-ending book tour. It was all of a sudden our life it was completely in a good way, but in a way that I wasn't a person who dreamed of being a number one bestseller. I really wasn't. I was someone who just wanted to make a living writing. I mean, again, modest expectations, but I was hoping to at some point reach a point. I was out of a job at that point. I didn't have my EW job. So that was great that it was I was like, okay, great. Like I can definitely make a living at this now.
Yeah,
so
I
that's
landed
cool.
on my feet.
Yeah. But otherwise it was like, what the fuck is happening? It was really there wasn't much time to process it. And, the movie sale happened very quickly and in a very un-Hollywood-like way. It all
they
worked
let you
out.
write the screenplay, which is kind of shocking. And not just David Fincher. Okayed you writing the screenplay.
Yeah.
Now, what I know about David Fincher as a director, if you're an actor, is that you might do 90 takes of something. Like, he's a very technical, visually person. His shots involve a lot of different movement, and everything's got to be in focus. So you might end up doing 90 takes. So I was curious, is he that way when he's involved with the script? Did you find let me put it this way. If I were you and I got this great opportunity to write this script, I would be very fearful I was going to fail. And if I was working with someone like him who's a perfectionist, it might really set off all that for me.
So I'd written the script, the first draft, before he even came into the picture.
Oh, okay.
So the fact that he was like, cool, I want to meet with her, was like, I already at least had that. He was like, he was like, great. I remember just trying to be like really cool. It was like, because Fincher's like Fincher's my idol, and like I love his films, and I was like, I'm gonna pretend like I know what I'm doing, but I didn't even understand like what they're like. You're meeting with Fincher, and I was like, I don't know what that means. Like, what am I doing? Right. Like a PowerPoint or what? Like, do I make a pie chart of like what do I do?
Read it out loud to him while he sits there.
I was like, I don't know. And then they're like, okay, so order your lunch. And I checked the wrong box, and I checked, instead of a sushi, I checked an entire sushi platter.
Oh, really? That's kind of a boss move. Like, hey, Fincher, you're going to watch me eat for the next 2.5 hours. A ton of uncooked fish. Yeah. So I'm also going to get sick midway through, and you're going to watch.
Just a tradition I have.
Yeah, sure.
That's what you do in meetings,
it's a power move.
Yeah, so he has like a bowl of soup or something, because it's just like 3 people are carrying it in, like, funk. But yeah, so we got along really well. We just like clicked very easily. Yeah.
Now, here's where I'm going to get in my theorizing about you.
Oh, okay.
Okay. So I would say at least 80%, I have, yellow binders where I write down movie ideas. And 80% of those ideas are ways I've thought about that would be clever to steal money.
Oh, okay.
Or to move like mass amounts of drugs and get away with it. And I'm being sincere. Mm-hmm. All my ideas are this.
Okay.
I thought of the one on the way here. I was like, ooh, what if there's a cab in New York City and they always got the same fare, and then the fare drove all the way out to Long Island, but there's drugs in the back. No cop would pull over a cab. I just started thinking of all the ways to get away with stealing money.
Cops never pull over cabs, right?
They never do. So I know clearly I always think of those ideas because I'm obsessed with money. I was very fearful I wouldn't have any. And at a certain point, I just thought, well, I'm going to take some. So I'm not leaving planet Earth without it. Yeah. I'm not just going to watch everyone else have a good time with this shit. I'll eventually steal it. I didn't have to, thank God. I was heading that way. So weirdly, my creativity is very driven by my fears. I do wonder, do you feel such a pressure to be the perfect girl that your fantasy of being able to just go, fuck all this. I'm going to burn this place down. I'm going to kill the husband. I'm going to outsmart you all. Like, is there something about the fantasy of just saying, I don't give a shit if I'm a good girl? Is that in the mix for you?
Yeah. I mean, I think, yeah. The short answer is fuck yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, to the point where right now in the back of my head, I remember saying that my dad was cheap earlier in this interview, and I'm already like, can we change that to thrifty? Like,
By the way, I don't even think you said that.
No, you didn't.
Oh, no. Oh, great.
I think you thought that.
Oh, no.
Oh my God, you're in bad shape. You're in very bad shape. You thought that, and then you stopped yourself, and didn't even say it, and you still feel guilty.
Oh, great. Oh, God.
Oh, she said it.
Oh.
Yeah.
Is that the
That's
same
a
gal from
real-time
Portland?
fact check.
Because they will be listening to this. I love you, Dad.
Okay, I guess you did say it, but
Yes, I am not someone who ever says fuck it. Like, and that idea of saying fuck it, I'm going to do whatever I want to do.
is euphoric.
So, yeah. So there are two reasons I write that. One is that idea of women who kind of do whatever they want to do and don't worry about the consequences, don't worry about what happens, the
How they're
results of that.
seen.
Yeah, I think is very freeing. And the other reason is I do think I do think it's important to have female characters out there who aren't always the hero or who aren't always good, who aren't always the helpmate.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, 'cause I was going to bring that up because you were accused by some critics of somehow being misogynist in these roles you've created. And you responded with something I love, which is, the one thing that really frustrates me is this idea that women are innately good, innately nurturing. In literature, they can be dismissibly bad, trampy, vampy, bitchy types, but there's still a big pushback against the idea that women can be just pragmatically evil, bad, and selfish. And I think as I'm raising daughters, I get overly aware of, yes, how much pressure it is to be like a good girl and be nice and be kind and be loving. And we just indoctrinate little girls with this untenable idea that they're going to be good and loving and empathetic and nurturing at all times.
At all times, right.
And then they snap and they hook up with the janitor at their work and they get pregnant and their lives go down the tooth. I don't know. But I think, and this is what's so weird to me, because I think what you did is innately feminist, yet I can't imagine that the people that accused you of this were men. Were these men saying this, that you were being misogynistic?
It's across the board.
Oh, it was?
Yeah,
okay.
It is.
A nice cross-section of everyone?
I will tell you that, yeah. That is one part of my life where I'm like, go fuck yourselves.
Good.
Good for you.
That one, that I don't feel like I need to be polite about that one because I feel like it's so patently ridiculous. That accusation. I really think that it's important that women are seen as, guess what, human, and that includes every kind of woman, and that. This insane thing, particularly with Gone Girl, that because Amy does bad things, and she does really do horrible things, that makes me misogynist or anti-feminist, I think is crazy because she's a villain.
Well, also came out in 2012. And at that time, you have Don Draper. This is like the zenith of the male anti-hero. You have Don Draper, Tony Soprano, Walter White, Frank Underwood from House of Cards. Like, almost every hit show is an anti-hero that's a man, and we love that. Yeah. Like, that's totally fine with us, right?
And their creators are not being asked whether that is
I don't know
bad
what the word
for
is
the
for
man.
hating men. What is that word? Now, I want to ask you a fun question about, because you cover all this material, do you ever obsess about your Google search history? And I'll tell you why, because as a writer, I have searched scrotal tear.
Right.
You want to know the real...
Got to get in there.
You should know how it really works.
Yeah.
How does one join ISIS? I've Googled that. Like, that was a plot point. How to get away with killing your neighbor. Like, my history is... I'm certainly on a list.
Right.
Yours must be horrendous.
Oh, it's awful. It's awful. Do your little incognito.
You've got a whole thing.
Yeah. But I mean, that's the greatest reason for being a writer, is that you can just do anything you want to, and it's always like, what, I'm researching it. all this pornography, I'm researching it. My next character's a pornographer. I had to. But the research history is weird.
It's rife with weird
really
stuff,
weird.
right?
Yeah.
And do you think people have like kind of, I think they brought it up in other interviews with you, there's some like cognitive dissonance to see what you've written and then to meet you as a very normal, happy, fulfilled person. Right?
Yeah.
You assume that the person who wrote Gone Girl, you know, is in like a ball gag and a leather face mat, like the Gimp from Pulp Fiction. Like, you imagine that's who typed out that movie. Do people get a kick out of that? That you're like, when they meet you at a party and they're like, oh, that's Gillian. She wrote Gone Girl. She's a freak. Well, what happens in real life? Watch your husband. Keep him close.
All my cousins, I have a group of cousins, like we're all super tight. We're all about the same age, kind of raised in a pack in Kansas City, and they love telling me stories about like either overhearing, like that Gone Girl woman must be so fucked up, and they'll be like, really? You know, she's my cousin, or, you know, just
like you're Clark Kent, but instead of turning into a superhero, you turn into like a monster. Yeah. Like your alter ego is like a monster.
But she doesn't even know it when she starts because she doesn't know the ending. So are you like writing? Oh, whoa, my brain's nuts.
She's doing what?
Yeah. That's crazy.
I have a ritual where I kind of method write. I get like really intense and into it, and so if I'm having if I've had a really intense day, you know, at the end of the day, to make sure I don't carry that darkness upstairs with me, I have a little plaque on my desk that says, leave the crazy downstairs. My office is downstairs. It's like parked right before I go upstairs, and I'll just put on just something that makes me happy. Often it's Donald
Smoochie. Oh.
It's like Donald O'Connor and Gene Kelly doing Moses Supposes from Singing in the Rain, or, you know, just something that's just pure happy. That just like 15 minutes of that, so I can kind of just shake that off, breathe, and be a normal human again. It's really important.
Do you ever though get into like a zone, into a rhythm where it's just like flying out of you, and you know you've got to go upstairs and it's bedtime and you got to put them down, and then while you're there you're not super present because you're like, I got to get back down there while the iron's hot?
Yeah, sometimes definitely, like your brain is, you know, your brain is elsewhere. Your body is like singing the goodnight song, but your brain is killing.
Yes.
Your brain is
bleaching a kitchen,
massacring cows in dark places, which does happen. That's on my search history, literally, like massacring cows. And I befriended a farmer who is a friend of my cousin's, and I had to ask him a lot of animal husbandry questions. And by the end, it was like, and if you had to, like, if you were just repeatedly stabbing a cow and killing a cow and stabbing it and whatever, and by like the end of the final questions, he was like, I just really don't know how to answer that. he just stopped.
Well, it's been real nice getting to know you.
He just stopped. He just kind of stopped. He was like,
tell your brother I said hi.
I'm going to cut off this further.
This number's not going to work tomorrow anymore. So you're about to start a show, and you're going to show run the show. And I think for people who heard like Rob McElhenney's episode, or
Mike Schur.
Mike Schur, it is the job in show business that I say is by far the hardest undertaking there is. I mean, it is all hands on deck at all times. What are your feelings about taking that on? Are you having buyer's remorse? Are you excited? Is it all things?
It's all things. So I wrote every single episode myself. Those are done. I'm really proud of it. I'm excited, but I'm also...
What's it called?
It's called Utopia.
Utopia.
So it's loosely based on a British series of the same name. It'll start shooting here in Chicago.
All right.
In April, and yeah, it's definitely intimidating. But also at the same time, it's kind of exciting. In a way, it feels like going back to novels where I have more control. You know, I have sort of the say. You know, but obviously, that comes with its own price tag. It definitely helps that we're shooting here in Chicago, so we don't have to move the family Get
But
to
you'll
go.
be able to shoot my stuff
Get
in
it.
L.A.?
We'll definitely will relocate if you will be willing to be in it.
Okay.
I will.
I'm in.
We will.
I'm
It'll
in.
be strange that it's Chicago with palm trees, but we're willing to make
Digital,
that happen.
just erase them.
We'll make that happen.
And Lila Garrity will be in it.
Lila and Veronica.
Oh my
Lila
God,
Garrity
that's
and
the
Veronica
dream.
Mars. It's
Believe me, it was not lost on me when I would be at work kissing Lila Garrity, and then I would go home to Veronica Mars, and I was like, I don't know who I saved in my last lifetime, but I do not deserve this.
lucky man.
Yeah, and I'm cheating on Joy Bryant. Like,
Yeah, exactly.
in what world is that all
Joy.
happening? So, what is it about Chicago that has you captivated and wanting to live here and raise kids here? It's the weather.
That's
and the traffic.
one.
And the traffic. That's also nice.
You know, I love so much about Chicago. I just feel Chicago, since I was a kid, I remember first driving from Kansas City to Chicago, and it was my first big city, and seeing it bloom out over and the skyline, and it's a great city of shadows. It's so atmospheric to me.
Mm-hmm.
It's got so much that I loved about living in New York. It has the great neighborhoods and food and culture and a great walking city, but at the same time, it's a city where people would rather like you than dislike you. I
Yeah.
I love that people don't start conversations like that. They're
Nice folks. I'm
Yeah.
from Detroit. I think of us as being kind of similar. I'll tell you when I really thought they were similar. I was making this movie here, Let's Go to Prison in Bolingbrook, which is really an exciting town if you've not. There's a lot going on in Bolingbrook. They have Chili's, TGI Fridays. This is how exciting Bolingbrook is. Will Arnett and I would go out to eat every single night at TGI Friday. We would get the fried chicken salad every single night. And then after dinner, I would do donuts in the parking lot in my car, and he would just watch. And then after a few weeks, I noticed like the bar back was watching and the bartender. And then one night the bartender was like, hey, I brought my brother-in-law's car. I think I'm gonna do some donuts too. And I'm like, great, more the merrier. And the bartender of Fridays and I did donuts, and Arnett like clapped, and it was like Lollapalooza had come to Bolingbrook.
I like that he's such a good audience member. That's great.
Yeah, he's a very supportive
happy.
actor, very supportive. But we would come into Chicago on the weekends. As fun as Bolingbrook was, we would decide to come into the town, and what I noticed was almost identical rates of people throwing up on the sidewalk at about 2 a.m. And that's my measure of a good city. Well, like 1 in 8 people you're passing is having a hard time keeping everything down.
Yeah.
You're home.
You're home,
You know what I'm saying?
baby.
You've made it. And do you think this will always be home?
I love the Midwest, and it's close to Kansas City. We hop on a Southwest flight pretty regularly. We're home in an hour, and my folks get up very regularly. And I do, we're joking about the weather, but I really like the seasons. I've lived out in LA now twice at 2 different times, and I get very existential in LA. I remember we moved out the family for Sharp Objects so that I could be in the writer's room. And I remember one it was just blue sky and blue sky and blue sky. And I remember one morning, we had the shades down and everything, and I heard this rattle outside, and I was like, a thunderstorm, and I flew open the curtains, and it was someone getting the trash delivery, and it almost broke me, and it was more blue sky. There's nothing for me to hang on to there.
Yeah.
For me, it makes me feel very
I've been there for
weightless.
23 years. There's been 2 thunderstorms, and one of them happened last year, and I got my daughters in our bedroom, and I had the blinds open. I was like, everyone in here, hurry. And we're like staring out the window, and the kids are like, what was happening? And it was
Walter from
it was
the
like
sky,
the Northern
Daddy.
Lights had appeared or something. It's fucking rain and a little bit of static electricity, and we were riding high. The other thing I kind of miss about the seasons is like this is a great area of the country if you're bipolar, because You get right to the point of wanting to kill yourself around March. Like, March, you just don't care. You're like, what's that? Oh, I won the lottery? Like we set a North American world record when I was in high school in Michigan. The sun did not come through for 200 days.
Wow.
Yeah. Anyways, but boy, that last day in April, it hits like 51 and it's sunny. And you are like, woo! I mean, the high you hit.
Put on my jorts.
That's what I was chasing with drugs the rest of my life. Is that first spring day with the windows open, your fucking shirt off. Like half the guys in Detroit, shirts off, driving to work, businessmen, tie in the back seat, just sucking that warm air in. It's almost worth the suicidal thoughts. There it is. Roll Tide? Is that the saying? No.
No, how dare you?
Oh, sorry. Big Georgia game. Well, Gillian, I am so grateful and happy that you were willing to join us. There's a couple little things I want to do now before we go this evening. One of which is, speaking of Roll Tide, Alabama was playing Georgia today. They're playing Georgia, and of course, Monica is a dog, right?
Yeah. Uh-oh, what's happening?
And what Monica doesn't know about tonight is that I flew 2 people from Georgia here.
No, you did not. Who?
Q.
No, you did not.
Mom and Dad are here in the audience.
They are? What? Where?
I wanted them to hear how special everyone thinks you are.
Oh. Whoa. I would have been on better behavior if I knew that.
I mean, they might have left. It was just an okay.
should've.
When I started getting into my Danny DeVito story, they're like,
The show wasn't that good,
I wish you wouldn't.
Pass.
Wow.
But they're here and they're going to stay with us at our hotel.
Oh my goodness.
And we're going to watch Home Alone on Hulu.
Yes. Wow. Thank you. What a special
So anyways,
treat.
Nirmala, Ashok, love you. So glad you came. Assuming they made it. Maybe they didn't even make it. Maybe they looked at the weather and were like, the hell with this. Oh, they're right there.
Oh, there they are.
Thank you, Monica. Thank you, Gillian. Thank you guys so much, Chicago. We love you so much. We love you, love you, love you, love you. And now my favorite part of the show, the fact check with my soulmate, Monica Padman. Check the facts. Oh, check my facts.
You like doing that
Check
one.
my, well, I'm stuck on it.
I know.
Don't you ever get a song stuck in your head? You just can't
course.
get it out. The girls, boy, they cannot get that Mamma Mia out of their head.
Oh my God. All they do all day long is sing Mamma Mia.
Here I go again. My.
I'm pretty impressed. They know. I mean, Lincoln is really good at knowing words, but Delta I didn't think was, but she is.
I think she's showing some signs that she
Yeah.
can memorize the words.
Yeah.
But I am equally shocked when I'm like waiting for a bunch of garble.
Yeah.
Gobbledygook.
Well, that's what I do. No words are retained
Me
when I hear
either.
a song.
No, I'm definitely making up words that have the same consonants.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, exactly.
And that's about it. It makes me self-conscious when I'm in the car with them and I'm singing a song and then I click into the consonants gibberish just to get to the next one I do know.
Right, sure.
And I think I'm setting a terrible example.
Why?
I don't know. It feels unethical to act like you're singing a song that you don't really know the words to.
I think the opposite. I think it's just like fake it till you make it.
Ooh, yeah, that's
Yeah,
good. That's words to live by. That was literally my father's motto.
Fake it till you make it.
Yeah.
I think that's kind of my motto.
It is fake it till you make it.
I mean, I think I do that. Do I?
I don't know.
I don't know.
I don't really know what fake it till you make it
don't know
means.
me.
You don't know me, fool. You disown me? Cool. I don't need your assistance, social persistence. Any problem I got, I just put my fist in. Now, that's a song.
You knew all the words.
Because I learned them when I was in 7th grade. For Colors, the Ice-T song. Do you want to hear the whole thing?
Okay.
I am a nightmare walking, psychopath stalking, king of my jungle, just a gangster stalking, living life like a firecracker, quick as my fuse. Then dead is the death, that the colors I choose, red or blue cause of blood. It just don't matter, sucker die for your life from a shotgun scatter. We come to LA, we never die, just multiply colors. I don't need your assistance, social persistence, any problem I got, I just put my foot in. My gang is family, family is life. Peace is a dream, reality is a knife. My color, my honor, my color, my all. When my colors upon me, one soul stand tall. Tell me, what have you left me? What have I got? Last night in cold blood, young brother got shot. My homo got jacked. My mother's on crack. My sister can't work because her arm show cracks. Madness, insanity, live in profanity. Then some punk claiming they understanding me. Give me a break. What world do you live in? Death is my set. Guess my religion.
Whoa, good job.
Haven't heard that song since 8th grade.
Yeah, you did it. That was exciting.
Was it exciting? Well, you love rap music.
I do.
Yeah.
I do like it.
Do you ever feel, I feel weird calling it rap music. I prefer to call it hip hop.
Oh, interesting.
I feel like when I call it rap that I'm like a 60-year-old white woman in a church group trying to get it outlawed.
Really?
Rap music.
Okay, well, it's maybe because
This
you're calling it rap music. Why don't you just call it rap?
I think I prefer to call it hip hop. I've never heard that old white lady in church group say like, we have got to outlaw hip hop music. She always says rap.
This is a generational thing, I think, because I think hip hop sounds old.
Oh, really?
Yeah, like we all call it rap.
Oh, we?
Yeah, we
We
do.
in the music community?
Yeah.
We in biology?
Yeah. We in the suburbs of Atlanta.
Well, they got a rich, textured history of hip hop
Close
music.
proximity to rap music.
But I think hip hop primarily is a New York term, and it encompasses the whole lifestyle, which I like. There's dress, there's dance, there's just an attitude. It's like punk rock. It's not just the music. Hip hop's a lifestyle.
Sure.
Rap's not a lifestyle.
Rap is the type of music.
In hip hop.
Because they're rapping.
They sure are.
So
you better
that's why
believe
it's
they are.
rap.
But you know what? When you grew up, that kind of rap panic was over. But when I was a kid, there were people burning in front of churches Sir Mix-a-Lot CDs and stuff.
Oh my God.
You know? Those church ladies did not, their anaconda
did not want some.
did want some. No, wait, my anaconda don't want none. Okay, so their anaconda did want some. Yeah, they were up in arms about it. I'm really glad I was a young lad when rap exploded. My
Very
brother and I
exciting.
embraced that immediately. A couple of honkies in suburban Detroit just wanting to touch that exotic world.
You still feel like that.
I sure do.
Never went away.
And has yet to go away. Before you get into the facts on Gillian, I got to set one thing. I blew it on my whole Grand Rapids, Michigan thing.
What do you mean?
Grand Rapids isn't nearly as big as Detroit. I looked it all up after I said that I thought it was now larger.
Right.
I'm trying to think where. So I was drastically wrong. Grand Rapids is in like the 200,000 to 300,000 range, and Detroit's in the 900,000.
Oh wow! Not even close.
No, yeah, it's not even close. And I was racking my brain, like, how could I have come to such a spurious conclusion, an erroneous thought? And I believe my only hypothesis is that I must have read in the 90s when the population of Detroit was falling like a lead balloon. I think maybe I read something that predicted that at this rate, and Grand Rapids was growing, that it was going to overtake it in a certain amount of time. That's my only, I don't know. But boy, was I off, and I apologize to all the listeners. Also, I want to point out, I don't want to accept this one. Someone linked a Wikipedia page about Novi, Michigan, suggesting that that's urban legend that it was stop number 6.
Lore.
I'm not ready to concede on that. If it's not that, what the fuck does Novi mean? That's not even a word.
I
Novi?
know, but this is one of those things where it feels better to believe it.
What if, oh my God,
What?
I just came up with a new one.
Okay, what?
What if Novi is North 6 and there was a South 6, like NoHo and Soho? North of Houston, south of Houston.
6th Street.
Sure.
Oh.
Or mile. Oh my gosh.
North
Wait, now
of
I'm
the
getting to
6th
something.
Mile?
Although it's kind of, well, whatever. Let's not get bogged down. But you could see where no-fi could be like no-ho.
Yeah, it could just be a word.
That's some a-hole made up.
Yeah, sometimes there's random words.
Clinko, Michigan.
Yeah, exactly. Mine is Duluth. That's a random word.
That sounds like someone's name.
No.
Like someone in
an old-timey
carriage,
man.
a horse-drawn carriage.
Yeah.
Said,
Duluth Johnson.
Or Peter Duluth. Like as a last name. Okay. Well, anyways, I do apologize, guys. That was a big, big blunder. It's not Monica's fault because I said it in the fact check.
That's right.
Yeah, is a hazard I run.
Do you think that moving forward in life, when you are emphatic about things, that you'll second guess?
I can't say that I will because, I don't know. Yeah. I don't know. No, I would say I'm enthusiastic.
Yeah, emphatic's not a bad thing.
Well, did you watch Church Returned last night?
I didn't watch it.
It was great.
Church
News, folks, is last week with John Oliver. And it was showing two local newscasters debate whether there was a president named Chester B. Arthur. Yeah. And the male anchor said, I think that was a president. The woman goes, 100% not a president. And she said it in such a manner where I was like, oh, yeah, that is crazy. There's no name Chester Arthur. I never heard that president. And then he kind of backed down because, man, was it convinced? She goes, 100% that's not a president. And then they showed he was the 21st president.
Yeah. This is how you speak. And me. I think I do the same thing.
Don't you think everyone does?
No, I don't. I think a healthy person knows when they don't know, when they really don't know for sure.
Right. Just always remembering that they're a human, so they're fallible.
They're fallible, and they could say, I'm pretty sure he's not a president.
Yeah, Chester the molester Arthur. Come on. We wouldn't have let a guy like that through. So let's kick into Gillian.
Okay. Gillian Flynn. The Elephant Man does not get cured at the end of Elephant Man. You said that he did.
I did. As a joke. Okay, I was going to say, I know he definitely died.
But I want to tell people, just in case they were like, oh, that's what happens. I'll now look into it. To not, because that's not what happens, and it's a sad story.
Side note, Stern loves doing his Elephant Man impersonation.
Oh, really?
And when he had Bradley on, because Bradley was him.
Yeah.
He wanted Bradley to talk like him so bad. And Bradley didn't. Rightly so. Like, Bradley has a lot of respect and love for that character.
Sure.
And a very sad and tragic story. But the whole time, Stern's like, doesn't he talk like this?
Oh, God. Oh, my God.
And Cooper just had to kind of suffer through it.
Oh, yeah. Oh, my God. That's horrifying.
No, it was so funny. It was really funny. Well, because everyone who plays the Elephant Man, they have to talk like. It's not like it's.
I know.
It's not like it's just a general mean.
But he was a real person.
He was a real person, and he really spoke a certain way. And everyone who plays him has to speak that way. And Stearns is not terrible, but the humor of it was just how one person obviously revered it, and another person was just enjoying talking like that, and that made fertile ground for comedy.
I've been thinking a lot about comedy and jokes.
And just ending it?
Yeah. Jokes at other people's expense.
Uh-huh. Even if the person's dead, the Elephant Man?
This is a segue.
Oh, okay.
I'm not really speaking about the Elephant Man situation. But
well, can I add one? Have you seen the clip of Cooper and Jimmy Fallon?
Yeah, they can't stop laughing.
And he's there to talk about the Elephant Man.
Yeah.
And that's what's making him laugh so hard is that they're wearing these ridiculous hats and glasses and stuff. And then all of a sudden he's like, oh my God, this is so disrespectful.
Right.
And at one point, Cooper said like my man couldn't walk straight or something.
He said, I forget.
And it's one of the funnier things I've ever seen.
It's very funny. They cannot stop laughing.
I don't think they ever did stop laughing, right? Yeah.
Man, laughter is so contagious when it's real.
It's so fun. It was like when you were saying millions $1 for sperm and we just lost it.
That was
maybe my favorite moment we've had.
It's really fun. But back to comedy. So I'm listening to this audiobook. I listened one day. I don't know if I'll keep listening because I'm just realistic about my life.
Yeah.
I'm listening to this audiobook, this memoir of a Korean American girl. She was adopted into a white family in Oregon. And she talks about just her life being a Korean American and not only feeling other in like school but in her home. So it's very, very interesting and very good. The book is called All You Can Ever Know. She ends up going to find her biological parents, I believe. But anywho, she was talking about when she was little and there were all these kids on the playground doing like the slanty eyes and asking her if she had a sideways vagina. This came up the other day. I had never heard that before.
Yeah, you were unaware of that.
I had never heard that.
That was a rumor. Definitely it floated around my playground.
Yes.
I mean, no one bought it, or maybe some dum-dums did. I don't know.
And kids don't know things. They hear things and they don't know.
Yeah.
Anyway, so, this would happen to her and of course people would laugh. And she said it really eloquently. She was like, when it's something about the way you look or are, there's no escaping it. Like there's no like
altering your behavior to avoid the
altering your
ridicule.
behavior, or like if someone makes fun of you for being poor or something, that could motivate you to be like, when I grow up, I am not going to be poor. I am going to do this and this and this. And when it's just your face or the color of your skin, or you're stuck with that for the rest of your life. And so it's a real identity hit.
Yeah. Well, look, I think comedy serves a bunch of really great purposes.
Of course.
In society.
Yeah.
It helps curb obnoxious behavior. Being made fun of publicly by the group, and when the whole group laughs, that's kind of consensus. You're acting like a turd. I think that's healthy.
Yeah.
But you're right. If you're making fun of something that the person can't change, then there's really no point to it. It's just cruel.
Yeah.
I am a proponent, though, of ridiculing unsavory behavior in a group. I think that's a good aspect of comedy.
Yeah,
I also
I
think I also, like Brett Weinstein was saying, comedy is a really useful tool in tackling really risque topics that are really hard. It kind of provides some cover fire for people to air these thoughts they have. It's this great tool of like tackling really hard topics with some levity.
Right. And I think what he was really saying about comedy is it exposes how people feel about a topic. So if somebody says something and everyone laughs, it at least says like, oh, this is something people think. Or
well, didn't he say something like the sound of laughter is the sound of consent, or not consent, consensus.
Right.
Yeah,
right.
Like the sound of laughter is the sound of consensus.
Right.
Or something like that.
Something like that. Anyway, yes. So at the very least, it exposes the way people feel about a topic or something. And it's at least knowledge about, okay, so people think this.
They wouldn't have laughed if there wasn't some kind of consensus about that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, so.
Yeah, but don't make fun of how people look. Also, don't make fun of the minority in the group.
Remember when we were watching the David Blaine special on Netflix?
Oh, okay.
The other day.
Oh, yes, Inside. Yes, this was really funny. It was objectively funny.
It's not objectively funny. It's not.
Well, it is.
It was funny to you.
It was funny to Kristen. It was funny to someone else was watching with us. My mom. What's really funny is so many people in the documentary are having to remember what card they picked out of the deck. So they're always going 5 of diamonds, 6 of spades, king of hearts. And he asked Cy what his cards was, and he goes, spade 8.
Yeah.
And it was backwards from what you're expecting. Comedy is, in essence, when there's a different outcome than the expected outcome. That is the very simplest explanation of comedy. So that nothing could bullseye the definition better than having heard something the same way 40 times and then some guy reverses it. That's funny. I think you thought I was laughing at the fact that
I didn't think it was funny. I mean, I know what you're saying, but that did not make me laugh. And it didn't make me like feel like, oh my God, I want to laugh, but I shouldn't laugh. It truly did nothing for me.
But I think you thought I'm laughing at the fact that he's Korean, but I'm laughing at his sentence construction, which is the opposite of what I've heard 30 times. Just like when Bikram uses millions plural and dollars singular, that's really funny because I know how that sentence is supposed to sound.
I know. You can make all these divisions and say, I'm laughing at this tiny part, not this other part, but it's all one big thing. The reason he's saying that, the reason he can't say it is because he has an accent and he doesn't know English as well as you do. So for me, when I hear that, I don't hear the change in expectation. I hear, oh, that's someone who can't speak English well.
Yeah, but
and I don't find that funny.
I think if it was a white German that said it and I had laughed just as hard, it would have never crossed your mind. Maybe.
But I if a white German said it, I still wouldn't have thought it was funny.
Right.
I like people talking funny.
Yeah.
Is not funny to me. And that's also, I grew up around accents.
But don't you think that's why it's not funny to you? Is for you, it immediately takes you to, they're different. This is different.
Yeah.
I want to fit in. Like it's linked to so much emotion. Mine isn't. Mine's just, it's normally said this way and then someone reversed it. That sounds funny to me.
Yes, it is. It is linked to a lot of emotion, but it's linked to the emotion of, oh, somebody's laughing at my dad.
Right. Yeah.
That's so sad for me.
Right. But there's a lot to this because you're this way and so is Kristen, but I'm not this way and my family isn't. I think there's a lot of differentiation between families where like, in my family, when someone hurts themselves, we laugh really hard. Or when they do something embarrassing, we laugh really hard.
Yeah. But that I get. See, that to me is the difference in the thing we were just talking about with the lady, the memoir. Like, the falling down and the this and the that, it's not their identity. It's not who they are as a person or things they can't change. I agree with all of that. But
if my dad had an accent growing up, and he said stuff wrong, we would all laugh at him.
Maybe.
My dad mispronounced you think I mispronounce words? You should have heard my dad. It was like 1 and 3. And we laughed hysterically at it. And we laughed at him about his errors. And I'm certain if he was from another country, we still would have done it. But to us, that's loving each other. And that's just a difference in family view. Like, Kristen hates it when I laugh at her if she does something wrong. When my sister laughs at me, I find it loving. You know? I have a different association with it than Kristen does.
But again,
it's neither of our fault.
They're not laughing at you for something that is so deeply personal or part of your identity that you have no control over. They're not pointing and laughing. And that's what it feels like when it's about the way someone talks from another country or the way someone looks or stereotypes, all of that stuff. It feels like I'm calling you out for being different, and I think it's funny because I'm not different.
So I 1,000,000% see your point, and I see how it's hurtful. Okay, but I have dyslexia. The dyslexia is at the base of why I mispronounce all these words. And that my father had it even worse than me, which is at the base of why he couldn't say anything right. So I am not at fault. I can't aspire to have perfect diction. It's just part of it.
Yeah.
My family's laughing at basically a handicap of mine. But I just feel love from them. I feel connection. Oh, I made them laugh. I'm kind of happy I made them laugh. They seem joyful at this silly thing. I'm flawed and imperfect, and that doesn't bother me. Like, that's just my association with it.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. If Cy was there, would you have laughed?
Yeah. Yep.
You would
but
have.
Cy would know, but I would have also been nice to Cy for 3 hours. Yeah. And I would be nice to him after. And I'd be happy to explain why that was funny because we say it the other way. So I was expecting it the other way. That's okay. That's not like I'm laughing at his skin color, his shape of his eyes, his height, none of that. He did something funny.
In America.
And I'm enjoying it. Yes. And if I went to Korea and I was saying stuff backwards and they're laughing, I can be the butt of that joke. That's fine. I messed up. And it's funny.
Yeah.
I mean, I know there's this hierarchical thing that I'm white and that if I go to Korea and they're laughing at me, it's different than a Korean coming here and being laughed at. I concede to all that. I can only tell you from my point of view. If I go somewhere and I'm trying to speak their language and people laugh at me occasionally as I fuck it up, that's great. I don't feel less than because of that. Like, oh, I can't, I don't have a handle on this, and it's amusing to them, and that's fun. That they're enjoying it. It's really just in your mind whether you decide that you're being laughed at or laughed with. And I just mostly choose to believe I'm being laughed with.
Well, yeah.
But again, I wasn't the only brown person in Duluth, Georgia. And so I have.
Well, either was I, if I'm being fair. But yeah.
But, I have a much different background.
Mm-hmm. Anyway. Oh, can we say dwarves? The term dwarf, little person, LP, and person of short stature are now generally considered acceptable by most people affected by these disorders.
Okay.
So, yes, I guess you can.
Oh, that's nice.
Oh, okay. So we talk about the McDonald's characters. Mm-hmm. And she mentions a duck with braids, and that is Birdie.
Oh.
Birdie the early bird is the first identifiable female character used in McDonald's McDonaldland commercials, introduced in 1980 to promote the company's new breakfast items. She is a yellow bird wearing a pink jumpsuit, flight cap, and scarf.
Oh, so she loves to take flight.
Yeah, she's pretty cute. We were talking about how gross all those characters looked.
Right. Grimace and Hamburglar.
Yeah, they look crazy.
A lot of outlaws.
That's true.
Doesn't one of them
Motley
wear
Crue.
Yeah, a real Motley Crue. Doesn't one of them wear a striped prison outfit? Maybe the Hamburglar.
Yeah.
I mean, he's a convict. Maybe even escaped. Because usually once you're out of prison, you don't have to wear that anymore.
No, unless you just find it comforting. Okay, are there any more blockbusters? We've talked about this so much, but I went onto the website today, Blockbuster Video website, and if you go to find store, there's a list of stores. So I was
because a lot of people are saying there's only one in Oregon now, and that the one that I thought was the last one in Alaska, apparently that one shut down.
Right. So but there's a lot on there. So then I called every single one.
You did?
Yes.
Thank you for calling Blockbuster's Video. Wow, what a difference.
Okay. The store at 211 Northeast Revere Avenue, Bend, Oregon, is the only one still up and running.
Okay. So people claiming Bend, Oregon are right.
They are.
Good job, Bend, Oregon.
Right. And I felt so bad. So that was at the bottom of the list. I was going through. They were all dead, or one of them just kept ringing.
What if one was an outgoing message that was just someone sobbing uncontrollably? Beep.
But so then I called, and so someone answered, of course, and I was like, "Oh, hi. I'm just calling to see if you're still in business." Yep.
Oh, they must get that call.
Yes. I was like, "Oh no, I'm the billionth person." And I was like, "And are you the only one still operating?" And he was like, "Yep." I was like, "Okay, bye. Sorry." I felt really bad. But you know what? What else are they doing? There's not many people coming through there.
Well, people should make that as a destination, a vacation destination.
Oh, they should.
Yeah, we should treat it like an old...
the Biltmore House.
Yes, owned by the Vanderbilts in Nashville, North Carolina.
Yeah, you can do tours.
Yes.
This is where someone spilled their drink.
Or an old steam-powered mill where you get to go watch them turn grain into... Yeah. Go to Blockbuster and dress up in 80s clothes. That's our dream vacation, because you would just be renting movies and watching them, going back to Blockbuster and more snacks. Should we do this?
Let's do it. I'd love to do that.
Ooh.
Let's do it. Also, on their website, they have a joke on there.
Oh.
On their store list, one of them is 320 North Santa Claus Lane, North Pole. Unless it's real, unless North Pole, Alaska, 99705. I mean, I think it's a joke, but there could be that.
Yeah, I'm chilly just thinking about it.
It could be a place in Alaska.
It should be a thriving one, because in Alaska, especially at the North Pole, you're looking at 5 months of blackness.
Yeah, totally.
And what else are you going to do other than watch Fletch?
Hitch.
You'd watch Hitch.
Someone brought that movie up the other day.
That's the Kevin James, William Smith.
Mm-hmm.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, sure is.
By the way, William Smith, what a great Instagram account you have. I'm a new fan of Will Smith's.
Oh, I don't follow him.
You must. It's the most positive. I really feel like we're spreading very similar messages. And I just beg, if anyone knows William Smith out there in the listening audience, just whisper in his ear.
Yeah.
We really want to get him in the attic.
Oh, I'd love it. Yeah. He's a very handsome man.
Oh, he's gorgeous, and what a personality, and seems to have a real zest and zeal for life.
Get on here. Okay, you said you don't fetishize schools, but you kind of have a thing for Northwestern. Some cool people who went there. Stephen Colbert. Julia Louis-Dreyfus.
Ooh.
David Schwimmer. Warren Beatty.
Ooh.
Your doppelganger, Zach Braff.
Zachary Braffy.
Cindy Crawford.
Schwing.
But she dropped out after one semester.
That's a good choice.
Because her life went well.
Well, yeah, she made her living with her great looks. And
She did.
none of that education was going to bolster those.
Well, yeah, but she was going to go into, I think, chemical engineering,
Oh, okay.
which is cool.
That's a pet peeve of mine, side note.
What?
When actors say that they were majoring in, say, chemical engineering, and then you find out they left after the first year. I'm like,
That's
no,
true, like-
you were just taking core classes.
Yes, you were just taking like basic English 101.
I was pre-med. I left after my first year. Oh, so you're right. So you did fucking history of Western civilization and
Right.
statistics.
That's true.
Ugh.
Oh, no.
Wow, I just got hot under the
You
collar.
got really cynical.
Yeah, I did. I really reacted.
Yeah, you did. Okay, did she say her dad was cheap?
Oh,
Yeah, she did.
she did.
I went back and I listened and she did. But she said it in a sweet way.
Mm-hmm.
She said she was talking about her dad taking her to all these movies and she said he was too cheap to get a babysitter. So that's why he
Oh,
did it. And she doesn't need to
That's
feel
cute.
bad about
No,
that.
if her dad's mad about that, he needs
Go
another
take a
layer
hike.
of skin. Yeah.
Yeah. Remember when that was the insult, take a hike?
Yeah, it makes me think hiking was a much different thing because I love hikes. That's like, take a bath.
Ooh.
Yeah.
I would
Hey,
love
take a
that.
massage, you
Yeah.
fucking asshole. Like, it's so pleasurable to take a hike.
Well, it just means leave.
Fuck you. Go take an orgasm, you fucking jerk. Go fucking take a hit the lottery, you fucking jerk. Fuck yeah, why don't you fucking go get a blowjob, you fucking jerk.
Oh, boy.
Yeah, take a ride in a Mercedes, you fucking potsy.
You got any more?
I'm sure I could go on. Yeah, fucking go look at a fucking Monet, you fucking jerk. Do 10 minutes in a fucking hot tub, you asshole.
20 minutes of this.
Yeah, why don't you fucking 69 Cindy Crawford, you fucking douchebag. All right, I'll stop.
Gotten so out
I
of
know.
hand.
I'll stop myself. I lost my mind there for a second.
We're back. Okay, so we bring up LA seasons because she said she likes Chicago because she likes all the seasons and stuff. And one time, Daniel Tosh.
Oh, sure.
Yeah.
My sworn enemy. Go ahead.
Oh, he is.
Well, he apparently made fun of me on that show quite a bit.
Oh,
I
he
would hear through
did?
the grapevine, yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
I don't like that.
Anyways, tell your great Tosh story.
He does have a good quote about the seasons.
I bet he
now
does.
I don't want to read it.
Tell me, what is it?
He said, people always say I couldn't live in California because they love the seasons too much. Yeah, I do too. That's why I live in a place that skips the shitty ones.
Oh, good saying.
Good
Tosh
quote,
2.0.
Tosh. And don't make fun of my friend.
It's okay. I can handle it.
Well, I can't.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, that's not okay. Okay. So
Spade 8.
actually, go ahead and make fun of him all you want. Go right ahead. Okay, so you said you've been in LA 23 years and there's been 2 thunderstorms.
Uh-oh.
So,
Well, not counting this year. This year we've had like 3 already.
not counting this year, still. So I found some chart, 1981 to 2010 average 3.6.
A year? For all of California or Los Angeles?
No, Los Angeles.
Oh, wow. Wow.
2011 had 2.
Ooh.
2012 had 3. 2013 had 1. And then that's where my research drops off.
Okay.
Yeah, but still more than 2 already.
23, probably 75, I guess, have happened. Boy, where was I at when these were happening? Maybe a lot of them happened at nighttime in our slumber.
Maybe. Or what you've been at, you used to go out of town a lot.
I used to travel for films back when I did films.
For films and when you were a driver.
Yeah, when I was a driver, too. A lot of travel.
That's it. Oh, no, that's not it. Because this is the episode where you brought my parents.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that was so nice.
That was a fun trip. Chicago.
So fun.
Because it was Christmas time.
Yeah.
Which is a perfect time to be in
cold weather.
The big windy. Mm-hmm. And we had yummy foods. Wobby Wob, and you and Bob and I. Yeah. What was the place we ate at, Bobby Wob?
Mindy's Hot Chocolate.
Mindy's Hot Chocolate was great. I went to Cheval by myself the night we got in, and that was one of our mug buyers. She recommended that.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
But now back to your mom and dad.
Oh, yes.
I had to get their number from your brother over Instagram.
Yes.
Shout out to Neil Padman. He was
quick,
responded really quickly because I was on the airplane when I got this idea.
I know.
I said, my little buddy, when they clap for my little buddy, I cry. I can't imagine what her parents would do. Yeah. So I got Neil on the Instagram. I got your folks' number. I got a hold of Nirmala. And I said, would you please come to Chicago? And I'm so grateful she said yes. Because I was expecting her to go, this is weird. No, I don't want you.
Really?
A little bit, right? I could see where they could have been prideful. Like, no, I don't want you to do this. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, not accept your, yes, that's true. That's true.
Yeah, I was half expecting that. Mm-hmm. Add in the cultural barriers. I don't know what to expect. I don't know what.
My mom grew up here.
I know your mom is definitely. Hold on a second. On the very eastern edge of Georgia, where all the logs float down the river. They got a nice bridge right through town. It's what's the first letter?
S.
Fuck, that doesn't help. And I've been there. It's where you got to drive through there to get.
It's also the name of a desert area, like an area.
Oh, sure.
In Africa.
Oh, Safari, Serengeti, Sierras.
No, it's like a patch of land that animals, savanna.
Yeah, I already said it.
No, you said
Sierra, Safari, Savannah.
Safari.
Savannah, Georgia. Your mother is very much from Savannah, Georgia.
Yeah.
Your father's not from Savannah, Georgia.
No, he's not.
He spent a good deal of time in India.
Yeah, so when we chat with him, he says stuff wrong.
I've not noticed that too much, but if and when he says King of Ace, Diamond King, I will laugh. And I'll smile at him, and I bet he'll smile too.
Okay. Well, if you do that, just know I'm sitting there as his daughter, and I'm not going to like it.
Okay. Well, anyways, we had the show. They came.
Okay.
And then we spent a good deal of time in their hotel room afterwards.
Yeah.
Lounging about the bed.
Sure.
And your father gave a master class on politics that I guarantee surpasses any pundit on television.
He knows a lot.
He certainly knows more than Rachel Maddow or any one of these people. He knew the outcomes of the midterm elections in every single region by how many points each candidate won. It was a staggering amount of knowledge he had.
Yeah.
And I thought, this motherfucker needs his own show.
Oh, boy. Don't plant any seeds, okay?
That's going to be my next phone call to him. Yes, but we had a great time in Chicago.
We did.
And we do, and it was a coming home party for Wobby Wob. And it was just delightful.
Well, and I just wanted to thank you for doing that. It was so special and sweet and nice.
And I really debated whether to tell you before the show or after. I think I made the right choice.
Definitely.
Yeah.
It was the exact right choice.
But I was weighing the potential outcome that you would have been mad I didn't warn you.
Oh, no.
Like, listen, you got to tell me if my parents in the
sure.
audience, because like I could have said something that would have hurt their feelings. Like I was
Right.
prepared for you to not like that outcome.
No,
But
I'm really glad you did. It might have affected what I said or how I acted, and I would not have wanted that. And I think I would have had a lot of anxiety.
What if you would have stormed off the stage to your bedroom and you were just looking backstage for your bedroom
Just
everywhere?
peeking out?
Yeah, and then we kept
What
seeing
if I just peeked out the
miniature
curtain?
miniature mouses.
What are they saying about me? Are they talking about me? Yeah, no. Well, anyway, thank you.
Well, my pleasure.
You're a good friend.
Made me happy to see them there. All right, I love you.
Love you.
And thanks to everyone who came out to that show.
Thank you.